try to sign it.
What's the J? Yeah, right? Yes. We have advisory Thursday?
It's not
I don't know, y'all. Don't worry about advisory on Thursday right now. You have other things to do.
because I'll do my test extra long.
That's how it's done.
Mr. Brooks, it doesn't even matter. I think it's scary because the
Everybody has headphones.
No. Oh my God.
Guys, you need your headphones. Go get them. You gotta have them.
You have to have headphones. Mr. Briggs,
You gotta have them.
No, like the little piece of paper you sit there.
yes, we're gonna get you those too. We have them.
There's the back one, right?
I don't know. Well, give me a second. Give me a second.
You can use one. Yeah, as long as you connect it to your Chromebook.
Great. Hey, Zoe, were you a grade selector?
Yes. Mr. Briggs, are you standing? I feel like to erase them for once. Huh? I did want to do that the whole time.
I'm staying here for the customer.
Double eraser.
Yes.
Jeez.
I lost my paper. I left them in my go to your test prep.
I'm giving everyone two just in case.
Finally, he acknowledged me. Okay.
Does everybody have the scrap paper that I gave them?
Does everybody have something to write with?
Yeah, just in case you need to take like little notes on your scrap paper.
For reading, I tried to put your
Just in case. You never know. So friends. Friends, please be sure that you have scrap paper, you have headphones, plugged in, ready to go. You have your, Ms. Fielding is passing out your names with your session IDs, I believe.
It's the session ID will get predicted on the board.
Got it. There's a charge. Are you sure?
Charlotte's Chromebook frequently has issues.
Yeah, but this is a loaner.
Oh. All right, here we go.
We're not selling this. I do the research.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, friends.
Good morning. Today will be begin with the Smart Balance Assessment for the ELA CAP. Please initiate testing procedures at this time. Testing will begin promptly at 8:30. Thank you.
There's a bunch of things, my friends, that we have to do before you can get started testing. Yeah, it's 12 minutes. through the. Zoe's first.
Actually, memorized it. High five. Wait, no. 5, 8, high five. 3, high five.
Mine is really great. Mine is 3, 9, 3, 6.
No, it's about your attendance.
Three, 9, 3, 6, 3. Could technically go in the yeah, that is not. So, can't exactly copy that. My dad did that when he was a kid, so like, it was like really bad school systems in some places. So like, for example, in Kentucky, yeah, A is like in Kentucky, right? A student, but you could graduate high school and really know how to read. And then in Connecticut school, it's the same class. Way smarter than Connecticut. Like they Mr. Gray, so basically they made this like test so that like they know what English is actually doing.
I do not know anything about that.
That's what fail does for.
Yeah, yellow.
Everyone's saying that she quit, so I'm assuming that she quit.
And why did you go to school? She's not. She would be up to date, but not.
Okay, friends. Here we go. Thank you. Focus and attention, please.
All right, so there's a 10th session ID number, which is right there for you.
Should we go in now?
Yep.
Yeah. So as you guys are logging in, I have a script to read.
Yep. So everybody needs to be quiet at this point. Just focus, please.
Today we'll take the Smarter Balance Grade 6 ELA Summative Assessment. There's your test session ID up on the board, right? That's required to start the test. If you need an individual break during the test, raise your hand and wait for either my or Mr. Briggs' instructions and permission. Once you've logged in, you have to wait for us to approve the test before you start. So it's kind of like when you do Quizlet, like you log in and then you wait for us to click the start button. Mr. Briggs and I will come around and check that you correctly entered the test session ID and other information. Enter your first name followed by your student ID number using the information on the paper I gave you. So you got the little slips of paper. Then enter the test session ID exactly as it is written. It is case sensitive, right, which means that the uppercase letters matter, without extra spaces or characters. Raise your hand if you need help entering the test session ID. Please do not share your student ID number with anyone. This is private information. Once you've entered your name and your ID, your student ID and that ID number off the board, click sign in. Once you've successfully signed in, you will see a screen with your first name, student ID number, school, and grade. If everything is correct, select yes to continue. If anything is incorrect, please raise your hand. Are you raising or stretching, Charlotte? Okay. All right, we have to check and make sure they all did it right.
Okay. We're still waiting on one person, I think, to put in the test code. Does everybody have waiting for approval on the screen right now?
Yes.
Is there anyone who does not have waiting for approval?
There's definitely someone missing. Who's that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Names.
Ah, there it is. Right, they're all there now. No, he's not.
It's not even that, it's like important. I hope
It's different for everybody.
why?
That's why it's called adaptive. So it's an adaptive test, meaning that the test changes depending on how you are responding to the answers. And so some people get a bunch of questions, some people get fewer questions, some people get more questions. It just depends on the person. What's that? Yes. Yes, Charlotte.
So, if I go to the spectrum,
No. Not necessarily. There's nothing, listen, you are trying to do the best that you absolutely can, period, end of story, all the time. You should be doing that all the time in all of our classes anyway. So just try your best. That's all you have to do. That's all we ask of you. Try your absolute best. Yes, Charlotte. Charlotte, we went over all of this stuff yesterday during our little activity.
Thursday or Friday?
Today and tomorrow.
April?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, May.
May. Charlotte, today and tomorrow are ELA. May 4th and 5th and 10th are the math. We literally talked about this yesterday, and you asked me the same question yesterday.
Myself. I thought we were doing about this week too.
Bro.
So we're not doing the math one until May?
Oh. Yes.
Raise your hand.
You raise your hand, you can go to the restroom and come back.
Something else.
You're like, I'm free nature walk and come back.
Maybe you won't pour your water bottle on your pants next time.
Yeah, especially that one right there. No, the same. So we're doing the math one. That's exactly what I heard. I've already done that before. Could you listen next time? I'm excuse for everything. I'm sorry. And then I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I can barely see the I can barely see the how long is it going to take?
All right, here we go. I'm gonna click the approve button.
Friends,
Hey, sixth graders.
bring it back. Let's
Yeah,
go.
you need to listen. So we're going to start. After I click the approve button, you're going to see a screen asking you to check your test content area and settings. Again, check your name, your ID number, the test name, which should be ELA, and the test settings. If everything's correct, you say yes, start my test. If there's anything that's not correct, raise your hand. Yeah, so you should see a screen that prompts you to verify that the sound and video on your computer is working. Put your headphones on and click the play icon to play the video and sound. If you are able to play the video and hear the sound, click I could play the video. If your sound and video are not working, raise your hand. Oh, there we go. Before your test appears, you will see an instructions and help page. This page allows you to view the help guide that includes the test tools and buttons that you may use during the test or that will appear on the test. Please click View Help Guide and read about the available tools carefully. You can also find this information in the help guide during your test by clicking the question mark button in the top right corner. You must answer each question on the screen before going on to the next page. During the test, you may see a page with no questions. Follow the directions on the page to continue taking the test. You must make an answer selection in order to move to the question on the next page. If you are unsure of an answer, provide what you think is the best answer. There's no penalty for guessing. If you would like to review the answer at a later time, mark the item for review by clicking on the icon in the upper right corner of the question. It looks almost like a little paper with 3 lines on it. And clicking the flag to mark for review before going on to the next question. Flagging the item will remind you to go back and decide whether you want to change the answer during this test. You may pause at any point in the test by clicking pause rather than next after answering an item. The pause button is used to pause the test. Note that pausing for more than 20 minutes will prevent you from changing any answer on previous pages of the test. Please respond to all items on your current test page before pausing the test. Please raise your hand before you click pause. Your answers need to be your own work. Please keep your eyes on your own test and remember that there should be no talking. When you get to the end of this test, you will be prompted to review your answers before submitting the test. Once you submit your answers, you will not be able to return to the test. A reminder too, at the end of the, when you're done for today, right, you need an independent reading book. You're not allowed to stay on your Chromebook after SBAC. Yes, sir.
What time is it?
I think the SBAC today ends at 9:40. Or we end at 9:30, and then you get like 10 minutes for us to reply. Also, if you are wearing a smartwatch, I don't know if any of you are. Yes, exactly. You have to remove your smartwatches if you're wearing this. All right, any questions? All right, then when you're ready to begin your test, click Begin Test Now at the bottom of the page.
Oh, I noticed that.
Okay, so it is now silent, friends. Thank you. It is silent now, Scarlett. Thank you.